Hi, I'm Katya and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do a little bit of introduction of who I am. So I'm an all-around creative and fashion mentor. I started my career 15 years ago when I had a little bit of a breakdown, which basically made me realize what is really important and what I want to do in my life, and basically made me realize that you really do have to live your life with no regrets. I basically struggled for years at the beginning because I had to figure out everything on my own. Imagine this was before Instagram, YouTube tutorials. There wasn't a lot of information available about the fashion industry at all. And I also didn't have access to any formal education. Back here in Slovenia, we didn't really have anything about fashion styling, and to go to London or any big cities to study it was just completely unreachable to me. I was freelancing for years and doing a little bits here and there. A lot of stuff was not even paid, so I was really struggling, but I was completely dedicated. I had my vision and I knew that fashion industry is the only option that I have. So it had to work, right? After meeting my first mentor at a magazine, everything changed and I actually finally entered the editorial world. I learned all the tricks and I tapped into all of her contacts, so that was really a game changer. I started both as a stylist and a fashion writer, and slowly, step by step, I progressed and went from like one magazine to a bigger magazine to an even bigger magazine. So eventually that got me to my first position at ELLE magazine, which was an incredible opportunity because the editorial staff at ELLE in Slovenia is so small. It's like 5 people, so it was unbelievable that they even reached out to me and offered me this job. I was in heaven. But at the same time, I was still struggling with depression and anxiety, so for me it was super important to have a role model, somebody who I can lean on, and the chief editor was that for me, and I really appreciate it. I always had love and support from her, and that was like super important because I was always kind of like doubting myself, and I always felt like I don't fit in because I'm not a typical editor, I think. I don't know, tell me in the comments if you think otherwise. Thank you. So yeah, she influenced my career in great extent and I will always be grateful. So now I've been at ELLE for 8 years already. Cannot even believe it. And in this time I also acquired some other positions at the same publishing company. I'm the fashion editor of Cosmopolitan and Story magazines, and I also do a lot of freelance work for other things. So like last year I opened up my creative agency where I do a lot of concepts for like creative projects, stuff like photo shoots, websites, complete rebrands, or just coming up with a concept for a new brand. After going through this whole experience, my last 15 years, and how slowly and with how much struggle everything progressed, and always looking for that person who could be my role model, who can be my mentor, I realized how important it actually is in career, especially in the fashion industry, to have that person. So that's when it kind of like clicked to me, and it was also at the time when I was like trying to find something new for me and to progress my career. So with both those ideas, it was just kind of like, it just made sense that I would offer my services and offer my knowledge and experience and my support to aspiring fashion professionals, aspiring fashion creatives, or even established fashion creators. Everybody gets stuck at some point and needs like a little bit of a nudge or a push. So it's always nice to have someone from the industry who is experienced, who is an expert and can just give you like an advice or like give you a little bit of an inspiration or motivation. This industry can be so demanding and so fast-paced that having support also on a more personal level is super important. Like I said, I really struggle with my mental health, so I always see the deteriorate in the moments where my workload is just uncomprehendable when I just cannot handle my workload and I get no support from my editorial staff when I'm just on my own. It really sucks. So I really want to take my experience and apply it and hopefully help someone who is on a similar journey to just tackle these issues, whether professional or personal, to just have more confidence, more self-esteem, and just progress in a more smooth way. And another aspect of this is just having your network of industry professionals or your peers, especially when you're starting out. It's so hard to start in the fashion industry because you don't have any contacts. Whether you like it or not, in this industry is still so much about networking and so much about who you know. Those are the people who have access to the projects, to connections, to jobs. So if you know them, everything is gonna be so much easier. So when you have a mentor, you literally tap into his contacts, and from there everything just progresses so much easier. So it's just knowing these secrets that is gonna help you advance the career so much faster. So that's what I'm here for. Hopefully I really want to bring value and support to anyone in this industry. So if you have any questions about what I do, how I do it, how to help you, please just comment below. I don't want to be one of those coaches who just does this for money. I actually do want to help people, and is gonna make my life more meaningful, and hopefully is gonna help you reach your dream career. So thank you so much. All right, bye bye.